Hey, this is Brett with Invengo. Today we're going to talk about using filters with the Invengo RFID Demo Application. As you can see in the video, I'm using the XC-RF812 reader, and I've got a couple of tags on there. This filtering demo would also apply to the 850, the 861, and the 807. So let's get started. I'm connected to the reader here. I can disconnect and connect back. Default IP address is 192.168.0.210. So I'm all connected up. The first thing that I'm going to do, since we're only filtering, this demo is only about filtering on the EPC, is to make sure in my scan parameters that only the EPC field is checked. If you have the TID and user data also checked, the EPC filter itself, what I'll show you today, will not work. So just for today's demo, we're only going to filter on the EPC. So we have everything set up properly here. These are unchecked. We're not using 6B. Just the EPC field and the 6C tags are enabled. So say OK here. We can go over to multi-reader option, which allows you to have multiple readers in the field. And to get to the configuration tab, we would double click on the reader with the green button. And then go to tag operation, which allows us to do filtering. So there's two types of filters here. This is a one-shot filter. It will only work one time. When you hit read tags, it'll work during that inventory round, but if you stop and do it again, that filter goes away. So in this case, you can filter on EPC, TID, and user memory. All three of these work. I've tested them, but for today, we're only going to filter on the EPC field. So the starting bit refers to the EPC memory field, not the memory bank. So it starts at 0. That is the beginning of the EPC value. And we were going to put some data content in here, and we can filter on, let's just filter on the A tag. So I know it starts with 4 A's. And this value and this bit match number need to match. So this number, 16 bits, is the size of this data right here. I say OK. It says operation complete. Close this, hit scan, and as you can see, we're only seeing the A tag but not seeing the B tag. If I hit stop here and scan again, we see them both. So that's what I meant by it only lasts for one inventory round. So that filter is going to work one time and then it's going to go away. Let's go back and look at the other one. If I double click on reader here, back to tag configuration, this does basically the same thing, but once you set this, it's going to stay there until you get rid of it. So that can, can cause some problems if you forget about it, but let's go ahead and set this up. So the data that I'm looking for are the 4 A's, just like it was in the other one. So I'm going to look for tags that start with 4 A's. And then under mask, we put F's, F as in Frank, F's in there if we want it to match, and zeros if you don't care. So I'll put 4 F's right here and hit configure, and as you can see, it automatically placed the zeros in there. So in this case, we're going to look for a tag that starts with 4 A's, don't care what the rest of it is, and here is my matching mask. So the filter is set. I can come over here and scan, and as you can see, we're only seeing the A tag, not the B tag. I can stop, scan again, stop, scan again. So once this is set, it's going to apply to all of the other features and functions in this demo application. For instance, if you were going to go and try to use the automatic writing functionality that I showed you in another video, this filter is going to apply to that. So if I had it set in this case, it would only write to that tag that starts with A's and would not write to the tag that starts with B's. So the last thing is, how do you get rid of this? And it's a little tricky. You got to go back in under reader, go to tag operation, and simply hit the cancel button. And it'll say operation complete. That's how you get rid of the filter. So I can go back over here and hit scan, and I can now see both tags. So I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Have a good one.